guys, Jackie here, and today I'm going to be talking about things that I wish I had that I didn't for my baby when I brought him home. So the first thing is that I wish I had bought more sheets for everything. More sheets for the bassinet, more sheets for the crib, more sheets for the pack and play, because I didn't realize that babies throw up, they spit up, and they pee through their diapers. So the first few days actually, we were changing the sheets and I only had like 2 for each thing. So we had to do the laundry like every single day until we got new sheets in. So that was super annoying, but if you have not had your baby yet, be sure to get multiple sheets. If you haven't had your shower yet, put a lot of sheets on your registry. The next thing is mattress protectors, because as I said, babies spit up, they throw up, etc. So get mattress protectors, because I didn't have those. Undershirts. So I did not realize that you can't just put a baby in a onesie, especially when it's cold out. You should put an undershirt, which is just a white, like, short sleeve onesie, and I didn't really have any of those. So so John had to run out to Target and get new ones because we didn't have any, and it was pretty cold out. It's been pretty cold because, you know, it's September, October, so it's like the change in weather. So he needed those. Put them on the registry or stock up on them because you're gonna need a lot. Because again, babies pee, poop, throw up, all the above. Preemie clothes. So because my baby was 5 weeks early, he is a preemie, and we did not have any preemie clothes. So I mean, people even told me like, don't buy newborn clothes because they're gonna be like too small for your baby. So what I would suggest to everyone is get like at least 1 preemie outfit and like 2 or 3 newborn. That way, because like you don't know what size your baby is gonna be born at. You don't know if it's gonna come, if he or she's gonna come early. These are all things that are not up to you. So even if they say your baby is measuring at 8 pounds, they could be born at 6. That is just a estimate. It does not mean that's how much your baby weighs. So personally, they told me that my baby would weigh 5 pounds 8 ounces, and he was born at 5 pounds 4 ounces. So he was pretty close, but I know a lot of people who said that their baby was either really underestimated or really overestimated. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. And like I said, a premature baby is not planned, so I would just get 1 preemie outfit just in case, and if you don't use it, you can pass it along to someone else who has a kid, or hold on to it in case you have another kid. But I would just get one to be safe. I'm always like safe than sorry, because I had no preemie outfits. My mom had to run out because while I was in the hospital, I was like, I don't have preemie clothes. So my aunt sent us a few, my cousin bought us one, and my mom went out, she got some. I ordered some on Amazon while I was in the hospital. So then we had like a few to change him in and out of, but it was definitely a struggle that like I didn't think I needed preemie clothes, and lo and behold, I needed them. Swaddles. So like in the hospital, they swaddle them in like those hospital blankets, but once I got home, that like hospital blanket, like in the NICU, like incubator things, the NICUs, they fit nicely because the nurses have like these things to hold the baby in place. And when you're home in the bassinet, you don't have that, so it kept unraveling. And I don't know if maybe I'm just not a good swaddler with blankets, but so I've been using these Swaddle Me blankets, swaddle me swaddles, and so it's super convenient because here, let me show you how it works. So you put the baby in this little sack area, you put his feet there, and then there's this, which is Velcro. So you take this side and you Velcro it, and you make sure their arm is down, and then you put this behind their other arm, and then this side comes and Velcros over here. So in here you will have your little burrito baby. So I only have 3 of these still. I want to buy more because I use them every night, and you know, he leaks through them. Sometimes, like, if I don't do the laundry every day or every other day, he'll leak through it. Then I don't have one, and then, you know, I need one. So I would definitely suggest getting more than 3 swaddles. Like I said, I have to do that myself, but definitely something that is worth having, especially if you're unsure about swaddling with a blanket, because I worry that if you swaddle with a blanket and it unswaddles, your baby can suffocate on that, and I just am not willing to take that risk. So definitely recommend some kind of swaddle that is not a blanket, in addition to any blankets that you want. Burp cloths. Guys, I underestimated how many burp cloths you need, because every time they spit up, like if they eat and they spit up or they throw up, you don't want to reuse that rag. So I've been going through them like water. So I actually just placed an order for more. We had to place an order for more earlier because we were just running through them so quickly. So definitely get a lot of burp cloths. Get different kinds, because you know, sometimes you have a fluffy one but you don't want to use that like for throw up, so you might want like a smooth, like flat one. I don't know, just I would get different kinds, test them out, see which ones you like, and then you can order more of those. But I personally like to have a variety for different things. Like I have smaller ones that I could put like right under his chin for when I'm feeding him, so that way it doesn't leak on his clothes. But those are a little more rough, so I don't like them to wipe his face with. I just like them to catch any like leakage from when he's eating. Then I have some like soft ones that are like a little fluffy, like, you know, kind of like fluffy. And so I use those to wipe his face a lot. But I have these like plain fabric ones that I like to use when he throws up or spits up. So like I said, just different kinds of burp cloths, or if you just want one kind, go for one kind, but make sure you have a ton of them. I also, this is not on my list, but I'm just remembering it now, that I did not have like face wipes. I only had like diaper wipes. So I wanted to like wipe his face because, you know, it gets like crusty, and like, you know, babies have crust or whatever. But like, especially when you're feeding them, this area gets very dry because you're constantly wiping it. So I wanted to have some kind of wipe that was meant for their face or for their body, and not just ones that are like generic wipes for changing diapers with. Even though you can use those, I wanted specific ones for his face, and like maybe ones that had a little like moisturizing wipes, because like I said, this area gets really rough and crusty and dry skin, so I like to wipe it after every meal. And like even here on his sides, he's been laying on my chest, so on his sides he's gotten a little like baby acne, so I like to wipe that down as well. So just like face, and they call them face and body wipes. So I got some Johnson & Johnson ones, I've gotten some Aveeno ones, and some just like Target brand. And I feel like those are so helpful, because like in the middle of the night you don't want to get up and like wet a washcloth and wipe their face off, or like use a burp rag because it makes it more dry. So you could just easily like pull out a wipe their face, toss it to the side, and throw it out in the morning. The next thing is hand sanitizer. I had a ton, but I would suggest buying like a bunch with the pumps, because, you know, when you're finished like changing a diaper, instead of having to like leave the baby and like open up a hand sanitizer port and then like close it, you could just pump it really quick. So I have ones in the car, I have ones in every single diaper caddy diaper changing area. I have ones in the bathrooms. I put them everywhere at the front door of the house, so anyone that comes in, sanitize, and if you've been around people, put on a mask. Even my dad wears a mask in the house. He works around a lot of people, especially kids, so better safe than sorry. He's a preemie, and they say if he gets a fever before 2 months, he has to go straight to the emergency room and get a spinal tap. So better safe than sorry. And then there's RSV to worry about, so I really don't let anybody hold my baby, but that's just me. Sorry, we just went off on a rant. The next thing is a swing. I only had a bouncer, which was great, but I did not have a swing because I didn't realize there was a difference. And so you need like every different kind of motion thing to like keep the baby entertained, I guess you could say. Because, you know, he liked the bouncer, but I didn't really like it because his head kind of like would be like this, or it would be like this, or like that. And it was making his neck, well, I don't know if so there's a few things that this could be, but like his neck has like, it's so raw because I don't know if it's because he's been laying like this, or because his onesies come up really high because he is a preemie. They zip up and they're really high because the newborn ones are too long for him, but the preemie ones are too short. So he's like in between sizes, and I think that might have something to do with this. I also think it's like residual from, you know, leaking formula. So yeah, that I forgot where I was going with that. Swing. Swing, he can like put his head back a little bit more, and so we just got a swing. John's parents actually got it for us, and he loves it. He's in it right now. He is in heaven, so highly recommend getting a swing. I also would highly recommend getting a bassinet with features to it if you can afford it. We have the 4Moms bassinet, so it moves, it does different motions. So I think one of them is like a car, one of them's like swinging. There's a whole bunch, and then there's noises. So there's white noise, there's like rain, and there's a bunch of different things. It's Bluetooth, so I can use it from my phone. If I'm in bed, especially recovering from a C-section, I don't have to get out of the bed to turn it on, or I don't have to reach for it. I can just do it on my phone, turn it on, turn it off, super easy. Or let's say you're doing like some cleaning, some chores around the house, and you know, the baby's sleeping in the bassinet, you hear the baby crying, you check the monitor, he's crying, he's up, whatever. You can just start motion on it, and then you could check the monitor to see if that helped, or if not, then you have to like go get the baby. But you know, motion might soothe him back to sleep, or her. Bottles, guys. So I got like 1 pack of bottles during my shower, which I knew I was gonna need more, but you know, I went into labor 2 or 3 days later, so I did not get to go buy more bottles. But we are using the Dr. Brown's bottles, and we had to like go and like order a whole bunch because babies have, let's see, he was eating 3 times. He was eating every 3 hours, so I believe that was 12, 9, 3 and 6, 8 times a day. So that's 8 bottles. Now, when you wash bottles, you have to wait till they're completely dry before you can use them, because if they're still wet, there can be bacteria in them. So imagine only having like 5 bottles for 8 times a day is a pain. So now we have a whole bunch, but a lot of them are 4-ounce bottles or 5-ounce bottles, and he's kind of eating 5 to 6 ounces now. So we do need to buy new ones that are bigger. The Dr. Brown ones are great, but we also like the Tommy Tippy ones. I think they're called Tommy Tippy. I'm not sure, but they're the Tommy ones that are like blue, and they do the same thing as the Dr. Brown ones. They have like the straw in it, and it's just easier to wash because that straw and filter is 1 piece, as where the Dr. Brown ones is 2 pieces. So you have to take them apart to clean them, and then put, it's just like, it's not like super different. It's just like a tiny little thing that helps out. So yeah, definitely have a lot of bottles. Formula, guys, the formula shortage, it is a real thing. It is difficult. Last weekend I went to 17 different stores, and only 1 of them had the formula that I was looking for, and at that store you can only buy 4. So I bought 4. I had John go and buy 4, and then his parents live in another state, so we're in New York, they're in Pennsylvania, so they came down from Pennsylvania, or up. They came from Pennsylvania, and they stopped at a bunch of stores on the way, and they found a bunch of formula for us. So like, thank you to them. A lot of thank yous to them, because they bought us a lot of stuff this past like trip that they were here. But yeah, so we have like probably a month's worth of formula, but like we're always on the hunt. I went to Target today, they didn't have any. Just in case you're curious, he is on Similac sensitive, which he needed that because in the NICU he kept throwing up the regular Similac, so they found that the sensitive one worked really well for him. So that's the one that we've been looking for. We do have a few things of the powder, but the powder is a little like more of a pain in the butt to use. So like the ready-mades are really great. And so like they're super easy for in the middle of the night. Like you could just crack it, fill a bottle, and then put it in the fridge. Or if it's in the fridge, you put it in the bottle, put the bottle in the warmer, and then it's ready to go. But yeah, to have to like mix formula in the middle of the night, get the water at the right temperature, just a pain in the butt. So definitely if you are pregnant, I mean, it's really difficult because when you're pregnant, you don't know what kind of formula they're gonna need. But I would, you know, maybe just get a few different ones if you see them. I think most hospitals use Similac or Enfamil. So if you see those and, you know, you think that that might be what you're gonna use, I might just pick some up just in case. All right, a portable changing pad, guys. I would get a bunch of these. So basically this one's Mickey Mouse one, because as you can see, I love Mickey Mouse. But so it's a changing pad that just folds up. So I, in the middle of the night, do not have to get up and go all the way to the changing table. I can just open this up on the bed, change him, put it away. I have these all over the place. I have one by the pack and play. I have one in the bedroom downstairs that I've been using. I have one by my bed. So I would highly recommend to just get a couple of these because you're gonna need them unless you want to get up in the middle of the night and go to the nursery and, you know, change him or her. Because right now, I mean, my room and the nursery is kind of like attached, so you don't have to like leave and go down the hall or anything. But still, like, you really like don't realize like at 3 in the morning you do not want to get out of bed, come over here, turn the lights on. Like, I kind of have this night light that I can use to see during the night, so I don't really need to get up and put a light on. So definitely recommend these. It's a lifesaver. Diaper caddies, guys, these are so helpful. So like I just said, this I keep in here, but I keep this right by the bed. I also have one for my pack and play since that is downstairs, and one for that bedroom downstairs that I sometimes stay in. So I keep wipes in here, I keep diapers, and let's see, I have his little bulb. This is, in case you don't know, this sucks like the boogies out of their nose. Very helpful. Washcloth. I keep some cream for me and some cream for him, along with, like I said, those the hand and face wipes. Some Vaseline, because you need that when you're, you know, changing them down there. Especially like boys, you need it for their little pee-pee. And then I usually keep an extra outfit, an extra undershirt, some washcloths, and of course, hand sanitizer. So these are just super helpful. Like, highly recommend these. I have one in my bedside that I keep with this, so that way, like I said, at 3 in the morning, you don't have to get up and get stuff. It's just right there for you. It's super helpful, so I definitely would recommend one of those, or 2 or 3 like I have. A car seat cover for your car seat to put underneath your car seat. So like a car seat cover for your actual car seat, so when you put the baby's car seat in, it doesn't ruin your car. I just used the word car seat like so many times, so I hope you're following me. It's just something to go underneath the baby's car seat so it doesn't ruin the leather in your car if you have a leather interior, which I do. So, and I only have a base in my car because we have the Nuna light, which also hooks into the stroller. So we're transferring it back and forth from the stroller to the car. So we just have the base. We don't have a full car seat in there, but I know a lot of people do. So either way, highly recommend getting a seat cover just so it keeps your car intact. Okay guys, sleepers. This is a sleeper. If you don't know, it's not a onesie. It's different because this has long arms and long legs. I didn't really know that. But so you need a ton of these because this is basically what he's in almost every single day. Today I got up and I put him in an outfit just because I wanted him to wear it before he outgrew it. But like all night he's in these, and then I swaddle these on top of it. But these are super helpful. If your baby likes to like use their hands a lot, which mine does, you can flip this over instead of using mittens, and it just, you know, keeps their hand there so they don't scratch their face. But the really thing that you really want to look for when you buy these is that this has a zipper down here and a zipper up here. So when you're changing them in the middle of the night, you don't need to take this down and completely undress them. You can just pull this zipper up, pull their legs out, and just change them, and then put it back on. So much easier than the whole shebang of taking the whole thing off and putting it back on. So yeah, also something to know with onesies and sleepers and, you know, all that jazz is that different brands run in different sizes. So right now he's in newborn, and like I said, some of them go up really high because the zipper like pokes into his neck because they're too tall for him. That's Gerber. This is Carter's. These fit him perfectly right now. These are Carter's newborn, which I love them. They're so soft. They're really good quality. They have the dual zippers and they fit him perfectly. So Carter's, if you have a store near you, they have sales all the time. Check them out. And then this here is a thermometer gun. So I would highly recommend getting a thermometer gun because at my hospital, I don't know if they do this at every hospital, but they gave me a thermometer to use. And it's like the thermometer you have to put under their armpit, or you can like use it anally, but I don't do that. So this one's a lot easier because, you know, if they're in their swaddle and you feel their head and you're like, oh, he feels a little warm, you could just point and that's it. Instead of having to unswaddle, take off the onesie, take off the undershirt, and get to his armpit, you can just, it's so much easier. Which I did not actually buy this for him. Funny story, Amazon sent this to us and we didn't order it. So now it's mine and I use it for my baby. Another thing that I really wish I had more of was drawer organizers, because there's a lot of clothes, a lot of stuff in each drawer, and I'm a very type A person, so I like to have everything organized, everything folded, everything in a place, all the onesies for newborns, 0 to 3. I like everything in a spot, so drawer organizers have been my best friend, and yeah, I really like them, but I didn't have enough, so I had to order more, and they didn't come until after the baby was born, but that's because he was preemie. Otherwise I would have had them on time, but definitely super useful, and like I said, I did not have enough. Alright guys, I think that is everything. If I think of more things, I'll make a part 2 of this, but that's everything for this video. I hope this was helpful. Leave any comments below if you have any questions or anything like that, and feel free to like and subscribe if you liked this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!